Members of the military, they were reportedly paid again today despite the shutdown as the Pentagon scrambled to once again transfer funding from certain programs and provide over $5 billion to cover over 1 million servicemen and women.
But there are no guarantees that the next November 15th payday will be covered if the shutdown goes on. Channel 2's Ron Plants explains there are efforts to help some local military members and their families at the Niagara Falls Air Base.
We have told you before about the Air Base's military mission, but it's also well known as the economic engine of Niagara County, with over 3,000 full and part-time personnel, including some active duty military and civilian staffers at the Niagara Air Reserve Station, a projected $100 million annual payroll and $300 million economic impact as one of the region's major employers. But now that engine is somewhat stalled with the shutdown, even as they're still on duty defending our nation. So the Niagara Gospel Mission has now stepped up with many volunteers and veterans for their new mission of assistance.
In this particular situation, we had a contact with the Air Base, and it allowed us to uncover some people that were struggling at this time. So we brought 2 bags of groceries for, I believe, 20 families. And just to lighten that burden for them a little bit.
DeTulio and the mission's executive director, John Cooper Jr., handled that delivery duty on Thursday with a personal understanding of a government shutdown and the impact, especially on lower-paid enlisted military members who may not easily take on second jobs to compensate because technically they're always on call for duty.
Sometimes these last longer than others. I was under a 38-day shutdown once before. And so it is a struggle. People who are in a position where they have enough money where they can anticipate and forecast that in case it potentially lasts longer, that's great, but that's not always the case. Some of the younger.
Okay, well, there may be more upcoming efforts if needed to help those airmen and their families at the air base. The Niagara Gospel Mission on Portage Road in Niagara Falls says it will collect non-perishable food items for delivery. Otherwise, around the country, some military-related financial institutions like the Navy Federal Credit Union and USAA, yeah, you've probably seen the commercials, they're offering no-interest loans to military members. And even some commercial banks like Chase, Bank of America have options and arrangements they can offer if they're contacted by those affected by the shutdown.